Vlogger babes, happy Thursday. It's time for live. I'm not really feeling very good, but it's snowing outside and I'm cozy inside and I just made some tea, so totally ready to do live with you, even though I have a little bit of a fever and I'm kind of out of it. But today we're going to talk about Pinterest, and we're going to talk about how to monetize your Pinterest, how to make your Pinterest pins shoppable, and also how to just some general tips for mastering Pinterest as a blogger. So I know a ton of bloggers that are amazing at Instagram, have figured out the website thing, but haven't really dedicated a lot of time to Pinterest at all. And you are really missing out because Pinterest is a gold mine for blogging. And so I just want to give you the basic scoop of not only some tips to be really good at Pinterest, but also how to be able to monetize your influence on Pinterest. So first, let's start with some just basic pin tips, just things you should be doing all the time. So first, you want to have vertical images, which is kind of a given, but they show up way better in your feed. So think not just an image that's vertical, but an image that is very, very long. So I use Canva to make these, and I actually make them the same dimensions as an Instagram story, so I can actually use them on as a pin and then use them as an Instagram story as well. And then I also make them GIFs, and then so they stand out more, they're more interesting. And then along with that, you also want to use some professional images for your pins. The more professional your pins look, the prettier they are, the more they're likely to get pinned. Okay, the second pin tip is to use keywords and hashtags. So think about, when you're thinking about keywords, what you're really thinking about is little phrases that people are going to be searching for. So what I always do is just hop in the Pinterest search bar and actually type in like what I think I would be looking for if I was looking for my blog post or my outfit photo, and then the things that come up when you type, those are going to be your keywords. You're going to put 3 to 5 of those phrases in your pin description and separate them by like a comma or a dash, and that's going to help you optimize your pins to be found by the right people. You also want to make specific pins for each blog post. So if you look on our blog or even my blog, at the very bottom we have like a pin it area, and we make like 3 or 4 images for every blog post. So on my blog, sometimes I do just the picture with like my logo, or sometimes there's like text about what the article is about. But you want to make those specific pins. I also definitely recommend branding your pins. So you want to put your logo on your pin somewhere so that someone can't just take your image. And there's a big issue on Pinterest of people like changing the URLs of other people's pins to like redirect to their site, which is like obviously not okay. But Pinterest is more likely to catch that for you if your pins are branded and reflect that they're yours, and also if you enable rich pins. So what rich pins mean is that when the image is pinned from your site, or if there's any image that is related to your URL, it's going to pull the like blog title and some information about your website. And they have a bunch of tutorials. I would just hop on YouTube if you haven't enabled rich pins. It's pretty easy. Pretty straightforward. You used to have to like put in code, and now it's like way simpler. So definitely recommend that. So those are like the top tips for pins, just like the 5 must-haves if you're getting started or if you're trying to improve your Pinterest. Okay, so second, let's talk about Pinterest analytics. So these are accessible if you have a business account. I would say as a blogger, you probably definitely want to switch over to a business account just so you can see all the audience insights, and it can help you be better at giving your audience what they need. So the 2 things that I want you to focus on as a blogger are, first of all, your click-throughs. So that's going to tell you which pins your traffic is coming from, and then you can make sure that those blog posts are up to date and relevant. So for example, I have like a skincare blog post that I did months ago, maybe almost a year ago now. and it is like my most pin ever. Like every day I get a notification that like someone has pinned my skincare pin again. And so I need to revisit that blog post and make sure it's up to date, because if it's like old content from a year ago, then you don't want people landing on that and that being their first impression of your blog or of your brand. So the other thing you can do is, if you have a pin like that that's just gone viral, you can go back to that post and make it evergreen. So make it where it's always relevant. It's not about a specific event. It's not about a specific something that's time constrained. It's always relevant. Okay, so then the next thing that you should be focusing on when it comes to analytics are your most popular pins and repins. So this is just someone that maybe isn't clicking on your pin to go read the article, but it's content they like and they're saving. So this is going to tell you which content is doing best in terms of people saving it, in terms of what your audience likes to see. It also helps you, that way you can like recreate the content going forward, because you know the things that resonate best with your audience. So in terms of analytics, don't really get caught up in the numbers and trying to like grow all the numbers and all of that. Just look at like click-throughs and look at most popular pins and repins to get you started. And what you want to do, and what we talk about all the time with any kind of analytics, is you want to look at the numbers to help you inform decisions going forward. So you're not looking at your follower number or looking at your click-through number and wanting to just grow that number. You're saying like, okay, what does this mean as far as what I'm doing good at, what I should keep doing, and what I could do better at? Okay, so then the third thing is monetizing your Pinterest. So there are 3 ways that you can monetize your Pinterest. We have a member exclusive post that just went live that outlines all 3 ways. It helps, it links to our Pinterest calculator. So we have a pin calculator where if you're going to charge a brand for a pin, it helps you calculate what rate you should be charging. So there's those 3 different ways to monetize your Pinterest, but we're going to talk about just one of them on this live, and that is affiliate links. So affiliate links for bloggers usually include shop style, reward style, Amazon, share a sale, but the most common are shop style and reward style. So why would you use one over the other? So shop style is a click-based affiliate program, which means you get paid every time someone clicks on. Reward style is a commission-based program. So that means you get paid if someone clicks on your link